behind. Name the womb, name the fear. Then look at that and call it clear. 1, check the light. 2, cut the knot. 3, fast and tight. 4, hold your spot. 1, check the light. 2, cut the knot. 3, fast and tight. 4, hold your spot. Belt of truth, hold fast. Belt of truth, hold fast. What broke you back then won't lead you now. Belt of truth, hold fast. Belt of truth, hold fast. Stand the truth out loud. Stand your ground. First real example, you heard you fail. Truth says you fail, you can still heal. Second example, they called you weak. Truth says you bleed, but you still speak. Third example, shame said hide. Truth said walk, keep your head high. Fourth example, fear said freeze. Truth said move, get on your knees. Fifth example, you're alone. Truth says no, you're not unknown. Sixth example, they won't stay. Truth says love still makes a way. 1, check the light. 2, cut the knot. 3, fast and tight. 4, hold your spot. 1, check the light. 2, cut the knot. 3, fast and tight. 4, hold your spot. Said I'm too far gone. Truth says no, the work goes on. 8, I missed my chance. Truth says stand, take one more stand. 9, I can't forgive. Truth says you can, that's how you live. 10, I'm not enough. Truth says run, you're built for tough. Belt of truth, hold fast. Belt of truth, hold fast. What broke you back then won't lead you now.
Good morning. It is Monday.
Want to take care of Gracie, are you? Okay.
Which means it's Wake Up Reveille.
Boy.
And today we're going to circle back and go back through the armor of God and talk about the helmet of salvation. We're going to talk about it a little bit differently and look at it as overcoming imposter syndrome.
Okay.
And, we look at an imposter syndrome as you start in a business, you're not quite sure how to do it, you fake it till you make it. That's the standard way of looking at it. But I want to look at it a little bit differently and look at it as transitioning out of the military into civilian world and trying to live in a world that is all about committees and kinder, friendlier, and just a load of bullshit.
That's it.
So I'll give you an example. I went through this last week. So I belong to an organization, great organization, love being part of it. And we were in a meeting. And so we were discussing upcoming community service events. I was all about, let's talk about, wreaths across America. And one of the things that they do is you get to get a bunch of wreaths delivered and you put them on soldiers' graves at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
Great, right? So I'm explaining what it is and how we have an opportunity to go to do it 2 different ways. We can either have them come out and do a big ceremony, which is what I thought was cool, or we can just get the wreaths and we do it ourselves. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so as I'm explaining this, we have a lady that's not military, civilian, just very, I like to call her pretty. Sometimes you need to explain it a few different ways for her to understand it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And so I have this gentleman who claims veteran status, but he is one of those that never made it out of boot camp. And apparently, so supposedly he broke his shoulder somehow in boot camp in the Army. Quite figured out how you managed to do that one. And he refused everything, whined about whatever. The stories change every time you talk to the guy. And so was a truck driver and stuff like that after he got out. And No, his life is miserable. The military's trying to screw him all this line. He has this problem where I talk. If someone doesn't quite understand, he will interrupt me and talk for me. She means this.
No, I don't. What are you talking about, man?
I have been polite. I have been nice. I haven't said anything in the meetings. I have stopped. I have pulled him aside afterwards and told him, don't talk for me. I have a mouth. I talk for a living. I'm good at it. And so I'm explaining Reese across America, and so he decided after I got done interviewing and talking to the company and figuring out what we needed to do because I need information from the organization of to fill out the forms. He stops me and he goes, "She means this." I shut him down. I'm like, you know what? Don't talk for me. And I was semi-polite. I didn't swear. I was stern, but it was be the way I talk to my own kids. So I get pulled aside at the end of the meeting and was told that the meeting was uncomfortable because of my shutting him down. And
Who pulled you?
because
Who did that?
The old secretary, and so
The
very
one that doesn't know anything.
touchy feely. Knows the other one, the one that's very touchy feely, very soft spoken, laid back.
Oh, well,
You
that's
know,
just too darn bad.
yeah. And then she told me that because I'm the secretary of the organization, that it was improper because of my position as leadership. And she's basing this solely on, I've told her numerous times, I do not like the guy, I do not respect the guy, and I have no patience for him who talks down, demeans, and talks over me. Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I'm dumb.
Jesus.
As my son's laughing in the background.
Yeah.
Compared to my 10-year-old, yes, I am dumb. I will admit that. He in certain things he's very smart above beyond me.
Oh, I know.
But and I'm like, oh my God. And she goes, well, you need to wait until after the meeting and pull him aside. I go, one, he stormed out after I interacted and said that, shut him down, which means he knows he's in the wrong. And two, okay, I'm ex-military, one, and two, I work with special kids. Both my kids are special.
Mm-hmm.
And you're taught to intervene in the moment of action, correct the situation, because if you don't correct it in the situation, they don't understand what they're doing. And two, if you've corrected it already off scenes and it still hasn't fixed the problem, you're supposed to just what? Say, no, stop it, slap my hand, stop it, stop it. How much in civilian world do you have to slap somebody in the hand figuratively and tell them no, don't do it until I mean, this is why we go insane. You're supposed when shit hits the fan, you're supposed to have that voice and leadership and speak out. But yet, because when shit hits the fan and it's something against you and you speak out to correct it, my God, it's like you made the whole world uncomfortable.
No.
I don't get it.
You made her world uncomfortable. You didn't make the whole world uncomfortable. You made her world uncomfortable. That's what she's saying, and if she can't get over that, well, that's just too darn bad. It's called GOI. Right?
Oh my God, what's with acronyms?
It's a military thing. You don't like it? Tough.
Well, that's part of the problem that with this with this world that I have struggled with is my mind automatically goes to military acronyms. And it
So is
takes me a
mine.
minute to figure out what the hell y'all talking about, especially civilians. Because you get one acronym that you mean something like just completely gone. And then our mind goes to incoming bomb. It's like,
Yep.
wait a minute, we're not in a state of alert.
Incoming. Yeah.
Like, that's why I always joke I speak like 4 different languages.
Yeah, really. My wife says, "Stop with the acronyms already."
Oh my gosh. Then it's like the phonetic alphabet, we've got it, down to a
Oh
T.
my gosh. Yeah, but whenever I forget something or forget a letter, I'll just make something up.
Oh yeah.
Instead of X-ray for X, I'll say xylophone.
Hmm.
Oh man, I tell you, you gotta have
Oh,
fun with this stuff, though.
oh yeah. But at the same time, it gets so frustrating trying to navigate civilian touchy-feely world and be part of things on the inside, be an insider, not always the outsider looking in.
Well, you know
And you
what?
wonder why we sit there in the corner quiet. Because sometimes we just have nothing nice to say.
That's true. Sometimes we don't have anything nice to say.
How many
And
ways can you say you're an idiot nicely?
not too many.
You know, our phrase in our house is when you're doing something really dumb, it's just a good thing you're pretty.
Right. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And this is where imposter syndrome comes into play. It's like we pretend we're someone we're not to play nice, to deal with the, the gentle parenting or the sweet, nice of the world of reality. We're not.
You got that right.
Like I was talking to a gentleman, Iraqi war veteran. He's coming into the coaching world. He's new. Decided to start a business helping special needs families, especially kids with autism, because his son is too. And he's going through his stuff. And I was, figuring out, well, what is your levels? What is your education? What's your training? You need to wait 1 hour and then you can have the computer. I know, mom interrupted your computer time this morning. Until I can afford to buy a new computer, I'm using the family computer.
Ah.
And so he was telling me about the boots in the ass and, telling parents to get off their butts and actually treat these kids like regular kids, which is what I do at the
Mm-hmm.
same time. But he's still in the military mode, and I'm talking to him like, you do realize the only clients you're gonna get are gonna be military.
No, I hadn't noticed that.
And that's what he said. And I go, the parents of civilian parents of kids, they want what drugs, what therapies, what you can do for them, and most of them do not take being told that they screwed up nicely. I got burned out working with parents.
Yeah, they want a quick fix.
Well, it's not only a quick fix, but they want you to fix the problem.
Right. Well, that ain't happening.
And I always come with a disclaimer: I can fix your kid, but unless you work with your kid and understand how to fix them yourself, you're just gonna keep breaking them.
Yep.
And I don't want job security.
I got enough of my own.
Exactly. And the first step with trying to navigate the civilian world and overcoming imposter syndrome is, yes, to the extent fake it till you make it, but it's also, understanding that the first battlefield, you know, when you get out, the questions start shifting to, what is my mission? Where do I fit in now?
Mm-hmm. Now what do I do?
Exactly. And when we look at it, and this is where it all fits into looking at what's our next step. That is your first battlefield. And our identity is often the first battlefield that the enemy's target. And that's the hard part, is they know that we're transitioning, we're trying to figure it out. Because our uniforms, and people forget this, is that our uniforms not just clothes that we wear, but our uniforms represent a purpose, a mission, a responsibility, identity,
Right.
and our community. Even out of uniform, you go to like a Walmart, you go to Target, you go anywhere out in public, you know who's a civilian and who's a military veteran from the way you stand, the way you walk, the way you talk. We always can acknowledge, understand, and see who each other is. There's just some things that the way we hold our bodies and the way we, present ourselves never changes.
Right.
And the first step is to ask yourself the questions of, what experiences in your life have led you to question your belonging, your identity. And when did those feelings first start to surface for you? That's where the root of imposter syndrome is. It's the first steps of understanding or thinking that you didn't think you belonged in an environment.
First time you didn't think you belonged in
It was it
in military or in civilian?
in general. It's in general. So a lot of kids struggled to fit in school, which kind of led them to the military. Because it's like that instant community, that instant friends that you didn't have growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And when you fit in just fine when you're in the military, and then you get out again and you're struggling for identity. We are learning that when you didn't fit in school, and that was one of the reasons that you joined the military, you struggle more when you get out. Your sense of having a sense of identity in going into the military helps you transition to a sense of identity when you get out. So that's where the first part is figuring out, when was the first time you struggled with your identity. Go away. And everyone reminds me I need to cherish the fact that they want something to do with you, because soon they won't. But it's hard to cherish that moment when they're up your butt.
True. I'm I'm not going to argue that.
And the same thing happens like stay-at-home moms, or you are home raising your kids, and then your kids grow up and move out. Hopefully, it's who are you? You didn't hold a job. You didn't do anything. You did PTA. Out your life revolved around your kids. There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that. No, that was kind of my goal. Go away. But when that life no longer exists, you're trying to figure out that next path.
Mm-hmm. I know for me, whenever I got out of the military, I turned into a chameleon.
Which is common.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're going to do, but you want to fit in, but you're not sure you can. So you just sort of turn into a chameleon and become invisible.
And
At
I
least I
truly
did.
believe it was hard, and I don't know 100% because I wasn't there for that era, but I think the Vietnam veterans had it harder because they weren't welcomed back with open arms. World War II veterans, Korean veterans, they had
Well,
celebrations.
Korean veterans were the ones that were forgotten.
They were forgotten.
And then Vietnam vets just weren't welcome, period.
Correct. So you had to blend in and hide the fact that you were military just for your own sanity purposes in some areas.
Which was hard, especially if you're a people person
Hmm.
and you enjoy being around people. I enjoy being around people. I just don't like crowds.
Hmm.
That's why I go to the bar.
See, and I don't mind crowds. I just get overwhelmed when there's like drama and a lot going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You
me
know,
too.
it's like where I don't like going to like a bar to sit. And there's a lot of people in that bar that I'm like trapped. But if I'm going to like a pool hall or a dance club or to a concert, I'm okay because there's things going around that's distracting.
No, me. I'll go and sit at the bar, either at the bar or a bunch of us get together on Tuesdays and we go go to the Norland pub. But yeah, I usually sit close to the door.
Hmm.
So
See, I sit on the other side of the room facing the door.
true.
So I can see where all the exits are.
Mm-hmm. I do that.
And I think for me, like church is the hardest
Yeah.
because the door is always in the back of the room, the chapel's in the
Right.
front of the room, and
Right.
you gotta, unless you sit in the way back. And when I went to my church, I didn't have that option because I was the one that helped with the electronics, the microphones, the sound system, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the one that always had to run up and fix things when things weren't working right.
And there's only one way in or one way out.
Um, the cool part is our church is older than dirt. I mean, our church is older than the state is, and so it's been added on. So like, there's couple different ways in and out of our church, and there's like mazes of back rooms and stuff on the backside. I mean, our church actually predates the Civil War.
Cool.
Our bell, that's still works today. We still use it. We only use it every so often to preserve it, but it actually rang to signify the end of the Civil War.
Hmm. Yeah. When church bells rang.
Or at least when we were told the Civil War ended. People forget we didn't have communication like we do now.
That's for sure. %, man. Yeah, I was over at. I was in my happy place this past Thursday and Friday. I was over at Gettysburg. Uh, I was at a American Legion uh, district meeting that I was invited to by one of the district past district commanders, and him and I were talking, and I was talking about travel and all this and different things, and uh, I found out something that I'd never even thought about him. I never realized he was a big tracker, Star Trek person.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I said, wow. He said, yeah, because I was telling him about my hobby store
Hmm.
back in the day. And I said, yeah, I had all kinds of Star Trek memorabilia and all that. And I said, I'm trying to get rid of it now. And
Are ya?
yeah,
We need to talk off air
okay.
because my kids and my husband are Trekkie dorks.
Oh, really?
Only the old stuff. They are not thrilled with the new stuff.
Yeah. Me neither. But I was, I actually put on a Star Trek convention in Gettysburg. We had Klingons, we had Romulans, we had um, Walter Koenig, uh, Mr. Chekhov.
Okay.
We had him come and speak, and um turned out it was nice. Everybody said it was great, but eh, I had a 1966, 67 phaser that I auctioned off.
Okay. What is it?
What is what?
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
What, the phaser?
I don't watch the stuff. I know when that's on, they're all occupied and mom gets left alone.
That's your quiet time.
That's my quiet time or that's my sleep time. Like he'll put it on before we go to bed
There you
and I'll be
go.
in sleep within 5 minutes.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
That and Lord of the Rings are the two cures I have for insomnia. I have never made it past the first 10 minutes of Lord of the Rings.
Are you serious? Oh man, I love Lord of the Rings.
So does he.
Oi, how can you sleep through that?
I don't know. It's long-winded and boring.
It is not. If you compare it to scripture, it's not.
There's a lot of There's a lot that happens in the first part of the scripture. There ain't a lot that happens in the first part of Lord of the Rings.
There's not a whole lot that happens in the Old Testament.
You got people being created out of dust.
Yeah.
And who says you don't listen to scripture to go to sleep?
Well, some people
You
do, I
read
guess.
you retain it better in your subconscious if you listen to it before you go to sleep.
Maybe that's what I ought to do with Japanese.
They, that's what I used to do with David when he was little. Is I'd play different videos on YouTube of different languages,
Mm-hmm.
and now he listens to it and speaks it and reads it.
Wow. Yeah, I need to do that with. I was on Facebook. I saw a thing about uh, being hypnotized while you're sleeping, listening to Japanese.
Yeah, I can create a script for you for that.
I'm sure you go ahead.
I'm trained in that. You know,
Yes,
I'm
I know you
actually,
are.
I am actually recertifying myself, get myself recertified. Well,
Do you have a Oh shoot. Do you have a workbook or anything to help those of us who are technically challenged?
So all I do is I ask you a series of questions, and one of them involves what kind of music you like.
Hmm.
And then what I do is I create a script, and I give you the option. For a lot of people, they record it in their own voice, and then I put it with the music. And otherwise, I'll record it in my voice and put it with the music. And what it's designed to do is it shuts down different parts of your brain, starting with your vagus nerve and working your way into your subconscious to program it to open it up to be more calm and to retain different things.
Hmm.
I started playing with it a few years ago when, because you can't, most autistic individuals cannot actually be hypnotized because they don't have that eye movement control along with control of their subconscious. You can't shut yourself down and relax.
Hmm.
Veterans are another one that has a really hard time with that.
Yeah.
And um, and it's worse with combat veterans. And one of my theories why is because when you're at that state of complete relax and you're talking through your subconscious mind, not through your filtered mind,
Hmm.
a lot of us have that layer of protection up so we don't talk about certain things. There's certain missions, there's certain events that we've done that we can't or won't talk about.
Right.
And so if instead of letting ourselves go and being able to talk about certain things, we block it. And so that's why you can't be hypnotized. And like I tell a lot of people, it's not important for me to know the facts. I don't, it's irrelevant. For me, what's important is that you can put the pieces of the puzzle together yourself internally. And that's where a lot of hypnotherapists get this wrong, or they don't have the experience or the knowledge to reword scripts for this.
Hmm.
Because a lot of times, and depending on which hypnotherapist you talk to, they want you to listen to scripts for 30 days after the fact to plant that information in your subconscious. And they're
Right.
using what you've used or you've said in from your sessions into the script to overcome. But if you do it correctly and you can bypass all that and not needing the scripts and listening to it for 30 days if you do it a different way, or if you can reword it a certain way as your subconscious knows the answer. then you can get away with doing different things. So it just depends on how it's done, and if um, make sure that the person who's doing it is knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of the work that I do is fixing the mistakes of others. So, like a lot of civilians think that EMDR, which is a form of blockage, and so what it does is it basically puts like a box or a block on particular memories that are linked to the trauma.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that yes, you don't remember this event, so you're not traumatized by the event, but your brain is still wired in hyperfocus. Your vagus nerve is on state of alert. So your body experiences anxiety and other issues that you didn't have before because your body doesn't forget. It's a quick fix in the moment. It's not a long-term solution. It's being able to reconcile your memories with your emotions and your body and being able to let it go in a constructive manner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crucial part. It works done correctly. My biggest trigger was the smell of smoke. So
Yep.
I couldn't have bonfires. I couldn't eat barbecue. And like normally, and I created the script and had a friend do it to me. I walked her through it step by step and then had her do it for me. Now we can have bonfires. I'm okay with it as long as people aren't doing something stupid. But like right now, we have the wildfires.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely horrible in southern Minnesota.
And it's pretty horrible here too. We were at condition purple.
Yep. That was part of the reason why I didn't feel good last week. My eyes, my allergies were so bad.
Oh yeah. I had a wedding to go to on Saturday, and the wedding was at a winery, and where the winery sat, it was on top of uh, not a mountain, but a very very tall hill. I'll put it that way.
A Minnesota
And
mountain.
yeah, pretty much, or yeah, it's more like a Rocky Mountain anthill.
Yeah, we call them Minnesota mountains. Like we have Mount Osa. I don't know what it's called, but it's a giant
Moles.
flipping.
Yeah,
Yeah, we use it for skiing.
mole mounds.
Yeah.
But you could look down over the valley, and it was just um, it was just covered in smoke.
I know Ron and Linda were up by the Thousand Islands, and they were talking about how, like their car was just covered with like ash.
Yeah.
Here it was just haze. The weird part was, and where like a lot of us struggled with it, was it wasn't just like a smoke smell, like a wood smell.
Mm-hmm.
It had a chemical smell to it, like a plastic smell.
Yeah, my wife said the same thing. She said, "I smell plastic burning or something." Yeah, that's what it smelled like to her. And
Yeah.
it blocked out the sun. I mean, it made the sun just look like it was uh, in twilight.
Hmm.
And I told my grandson, I said, this must be like what a nuclear winter would look like. Just
Yeah.
just light. So I don't know.
No, and it made it so horrible because our heat wave was extended.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hot on Saturday, but
Oh, it
not
was
as
hot.
it's not as hot as it could be, and not as hot as I was in in Thailand.
Oh God. Here it was in the 90s with feels like temperature of 100 in the hundreds.
Hmm.
We couldn't get our house below 85 degrees.
Wow.
And we were running one, two, three, four AC units and three different fans. And we still couldn't get our house down.
Mm. All you're doing is just recirculating hot air.
With the fans, yes.
Hmm.
But with the, I had them pointed in front of or behind, or I had them set so they were right in front of AC units. So they're pushing that cold air faster or farther out.
Well, that cool air only goes so far.
Tell me about it.
Try getting off an 18-hour air conditioned plane ride or plane at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting off at and temperature is 85, 90 degrees with 100% humidity.
I didn't have the humidity, but I had the temperatures
Mm-hmm.
when I served in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. That humidity will kill you, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was. We were joking here with a bunch of people that I know served with. Served. They're like, God, I didn't think we were in Texas anymore. That we moved back. It literally felt like either Florida or Texas. And how
uh,
Florida was even saying that we were too hot for them.
mm, I believe that. Can you give me a cup of coffee?
And guys have it so much easier. I'm sorry, but y'all do.
Yeah, I know.
Because all you need to do is cover your butts. You can just,
Cover a
my
what?
son, your butts. You wear shorts. That's it. You know, my son's sitting here running around with just a pair of, basketball shorts on, and the rest of us, are in tank tops and stuff trying to stay cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love going topless.
Right? And the rest of us would get arrested doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
Well, that depends. If you're in your own backyard, nah, not really.
Depends on where you are in your own backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's insane.
Yes.
So, a lot of people, especially business owners, are looking for a social media platform that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I, I was invited to one that I'm actually still learning how to use, but I actually really love it because, like, when there's glitches, you can talk to support and support fixes it right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's called Spark. What's it called? Give me a minute. Spark Up Biz. It's like LinkedIn with a Facebook feel. It's like the Landable platform, but a lot cheaper. So it's if you want the professional where you can create blogs and groups and do whatever you want to do, that's $20 a month. That's it.
Hmm.
Like Alignable right now, their social media platform, I'm kind of disbanding my groups in there and moving them because it's a monthly fee of $100 a month to run a group. the pricing there has gotten insane. And so they gave me a discount code. And so I went to put the discount code in, and it said, error. This coupon expired in 1970.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm smart enough now that I screenshot errors. So either AI can help me fix them or the company knows what's going on. It's like, no one's going to believe me. I come up with an error from 1970. And they're like, wow, this is odd. And they had to fix it. But it was so funny. Within, like 10 minutes, they fixed it and reset the coupon. I'm like, if there's a glitch, there's something to screw up, I will find it.
Or if there's a glitch or a screw up, I probably caused it.
Yes. Did you know, like on GoDaddy, when you're building their website, there's a button that will delete everything.
Yeah.
I found that button.
No, that doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. I don't understand it because it says I got a chance for a consultation for a website or something.
Okay.
Because I put in a what do you call those things?
A domain?
Domain name, yeah. I got a couple of different domain names, and they said, yeah, you need a website for a couple of them. I said, well, why do I need a website?
Well, what are you going to do with that domain?
I'm just sitting on them.
Oh, okay.
Because I like the name. The one was I'm a word archaeologist, yellow, and I got about 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember all of them, but the word archaeologist is one that I use that I like. So I want one that's gonna be for my travel writing and travel, and because I came up with a what do you want to call it, I can't even think of the word now, statement or what something to let people know who I am. And I said, your journey is my legacy. And that's what it is whenever we're in the body of Christ. Your journey is my legacy. My journey is Christ's legacy. So, that's the way I look at it.
So if you were to take like word archaeologist,
Mm-hmm.
I can't even spell. And this is what some people do, and it pisses me off. So if you were to take it and buy all the domains for it, .com, .to, .org, .ai, .net, and then build a website on it,
Mm-hmm.
like wordarchaeologist.inc right now, retail value. Yeah. And so like .inc right now, the value of it is $2,000 a year.
I ain't paying that.
No, that's the value of it. So, like, if you own some of these domains,
Mm-hmm.
you can resell them to other people for a good chunk of money. And that's what bugs me right now with the economy and the way that slime balls are. They're buying up all these particular names, like autism names, and then they turn around and resell them, jack up the price.
That doesn't seem right.
Free market.
I know. Still,
I agree with you. It's not right.
where's the integrity?
Down the toilet.
Hey, pretty much. But aren't we supposed to have integrity?
Supposed to and do are two different things.
Yeah.
You know,
Do and doing are two different things too.
it's like I'm in a support group for autism, and parents sit here and piss and moan and complain about how aggressive their kids are. And you sit and you read these people post things, and then the comments are horrible. They're mean. They're aggressive. It's like you
Mm-hmm.
wonder why your kids are little demons. You're just as bad. You think they learn it from?
Yeah, well,
I call them
they,
keyboard warriors.
man, maybe they just need to get it off the chest. But man, I wouldn't put it on Facebook or social media. Mm-mm. Some things are left private. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Now, is there a transcript to this?
There is when I'm done.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, send it to me. And I I came up with a brochure for uh, my travel thing.
Your travel
Um,
business?
yeah, I'm gonna try and edit it, make sure it says what I want it to say before I send it out, and I want you to take a look at it.
Sure.
I'll see what I can do. I was talking to Ron the other day. Are you going on the cruise
I
this
don't know
time?
yet.
Okay.
See, like I told Ron, I cannot plan a year in advance.
Wait.
And that's
I
where
know.
cruises are hard because with the kids, I just don't know. And I'm working
Yeah.
with Carnival about it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a space reserved. But if the kids are overwhelmed or, everything that's going on, if something happens, don't know. The plan is
Yeah.
to go as of right now. And I got to see how well they handle Buffalo first. And then from
Mm.
Buffalo, I got to go in November to Chicago to speak at an event, which is only 7 hours from here. So we'll
Hmm.
spend a couple nights in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Now, you taking a train out?
I'm not sure yet. So we have a couple different options. So one thought is the train,
Mm-hmm.
and then Carnival is launching a cruise ship from Duluth to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on when that starts going, that might be an option too.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So then and I'm kind of looking at going that route, taking a train from here to from here to Duluth, and then from there taking a cruise to Buffalo to see how well they handle being on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the other question. Do I really want to get stuck with my kids on a ship for a week that, you know,
I
there's
know.
no escape from?
Yeah, definitely. I know. At least
I'm
at
almost,
home you can send them outside, huh?
yeah, or I can go outside and they can stay in the house.
Exactly.
You know, even, and I'm for all travel that involves ground and, you know, open areas and, you know, country bound. I just struggle with wanting to take them. Plus, you got to take them up and we have to get them passports and stuff like that and deal with all that. And there's a lot of stuff that involves, you know, making sure that all the stuff is in place for everything. It's just a lot of work. A lot of work for a maybe.
Mm. So you're gonna be up there at Buffalo for the what
9/11.
9/11 9/11 thing? Yeah. I'm thinking about. I'm trying to plan uh, September uh, to come up there.
I
We're gonna do a
think
show up there.
we are going to do a few different shows up there.
Okay.
Pull up the calendar. So we're
Good.
looking at possibly leaving here. So we'd leave here like Tuesday or Wednesday and getting there Thursday and then staying till either Sunday or Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd be doing a few different shows from location.
Hmm.
Is the plan right now.
Okay.
I think Beth is talking about coming down for that. Kurt will be there. I think Rick is talking about being there for that.
Now, would you say that was? That's 25th? No.
9/11.
Yeah. Yeah. 25th anniversary.
Yep.
Okay.
December 11th, 2001.
Right.
I know. So I was training at Fort Drum, and so every time Linda and Ron go by there, they call me. Want me to say hi to anybody? I go, I like to see you go on base. They go, too, if you get stuck on base, you ain't getting off.
That's true.
You never know when a base goes to lockdown.
Oh, you're not wrong there. Yeah. Real quick question. Whenever you book or whenever you make reservations
Mm-hmm.
for travel,
Mm-hmm.
do you get paid for that?
Mm-hmm.
How?
You get a check in the mail.
Well, I know that.
You asked how.
Oh, there's always one in every crowd. No, I mean, how?
What you mean when?
No. What do you do? You tell them you're a travel agent, travel advisor. You give them what is it, CIAC or something?
Where do you book it at? Do you book it through your Vortex link, or through Chapmanity, or where do you book it?
I don't know. I was
Okay, so
probably
when
through.
you do this, you want to either use your Chapmanity link or your
Okay.
Vortex link.
Okay.
Now, if you're booking it for someone else, you use your agent link, or they can book it themselves through your free link, and that cuts out on the paperwork. So if you book it through your links, it'll automatically figure out your commission rate, or figure out um, the money that they saved is what you get, and so that automatically gets configured into a check.
Okay.
So that you don't have to do all that other stuff, and otherwise you have to send in a copy of the receipt and all that booking stuff to the company, and then wait for it to be processed.
Because there's a cruise that I want to go on. Uh, river river cruise.
Okay.
Um,
And
but
talk to Ron and Linda. They specialize in all that. They can walk you
yeah.
through the steps to book it onto the site through your travel site yourself. And that way, when you do it, you don't have any additional paperwork.
Okay. Nice.
And when you're on the cruise, take some photos, and then it's a tax write-off too. It's a working trip.
Hmm.
And then you put your
Okay.
photos on social media and stuff like that.
Okay.
Why do you think Rick posts so many photos of himself on vacation?
Never really thought about it.
Yep, that makes it a working vacation. So, because he's promoting his business, so then that trip becomes a tax write-off.
Hmm. For all of it, or most of it.
Oh, but
But you got to keep receipts and everything.
I always just take pictures of the receipts.
Well, that's an idea. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, there's some really good digital programs, apps for businesses, and I can send some to you to have which one's easy for you. Where you take a picture of your receipt, it automatically uploads it into a particular spot. So that way, when you don't have to go through all your millions of pictures to find all your receipts,
Cool.
and that way it keeps it all in one spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Do that. I mean, that's why I never, even whenever I had my hobby store, um, I didn't. I didn't write anything off.
Yeah, and see, like with kids with like special needs, sensory toys, Play-Doh, things like that are all a
Mm-hmm.
tax write-off. So it's uncovered medical expenses, and so
Oh.
a lot of that stuff I can write off of my taxes. Like the kids' pool, because they're water sensory kids, I get to write a percentage of that off.
Hmm.
That's what a lot of parents don't realize. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars of stuff to do it. It'll be practical. But it's like with your travel business now and with the radio show, a percentage of your internet's a tax write-off.
Huh.
Because you're a home-based business along with your electricity, stuff like that.
Yeah. Send me that.
Okay.
I'll have to look at that and see what I can't tell my wife.
I mean, and that's the benefit now, like having to be able to order things online, like through Walmart or Amazon,
Hmm.
because then all your history is right there, so it's easy to pull off your receipts.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what was it you wanted to talk about off camera, offline?
I don't remember now.
I don't either. You said we got to get talking about that.
Oh, Star Trek.
Tires track. That's right.
Yeah, you're gonna help supply me with Christmas presents this year. Because he collects all that stuff.
Oh my. Okay, well, I'll see what I can do.
All right, well, we'll talk later. I gotta go deal with David and figure out why he's
Ouch.
having
Okay,
issues.
understood.
Okay,
You have a great day. Have a great
and
time.
you too, and join us back here at noon Eastern tomorrow for Travel Tuesday.
Yes. We shall
Bye
see
for
ya.
now.
Bye.